Welcome to this episode of Say It with Scott, where we look at how the words we use affect the lives we live. I'm Scott Sery. I'm a copywriter, and I'm a lover how we can take a word here and there, tweak them just a little bit, and dramatically change the message that we're sending. This episode is brought to you by Strategic Advisor Board and by my company, Sery Content Development. Whenever you read something, there is what is called a preamble. You probably recognize the term preamble as in the preamble to the Constitution. Basically what this is doing is it's just setting things up. It's the initial chunk of text that lays out here's what's going to happen and here's what you're going to read. We were taught growing up through all our schooling that our preamble, sometimes it's called a lead, L-E-E-D, in journalism I believe, sometimes it's an introduction, but it's a preamble. And we were taught to tell them what we're going to tell them. And so when we get out of school and we move into the real world that in no way, shape, or form communicates in essays, we tend to fall back on what we have learned and we start to talk or we start to write in the same manner. And so you see it all the time when you go to these websites and they have just absolutely boring and terribly written stuff because they're trying to, one, hit a word count, an arbitrary word count, hoping that Google will like them better. They're trying to get more keywords in there, and they're trying to rely on this way they were taught to write. That doesn't work anymore. So you go to this website, and it says, how to increase your business tenfold in the next 6 months. And you're like, oh, I want to increase my business tenfold in the next 6 months. And so you start scrolling down, and you see, today we want to talk about how to increase your business tenfold in the next 6 months. The benefits of this are blah, 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 blah. But first, let's talk about what is a business. You're like, why are we even here? If I'm trying to increase my business tenfold in the next 6 months, I obviously know what a business is. Take just about any concept, any topic, and you run into those problems on all sorts of websites. That introduction today we're going to talk about, and that what is a business, that is your preamble. And they should be about this big, just set the stage and launch right into the information, and they end up being this big. And by the time I'm done reading that preamble, I am tired and I'm bored and I don't want to read what you have to say anymore. So I'm here to tell you, in your own business, whenever you're talking about something, unless it absolutely needs explained on what a business is, skip that part. Or tuck it way down at the bottom. Put a little footnote and say, hey, you want to learn more about what business is, scroll way down. Otherwise, give your introduction and boom, hit them with the information, because that's what people are there for. That's what they want to read, and that's what's going to make them trust you more and become paying clients. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Say It with Scott. I hope you've found inspiration and education you can apply to your own business. As usual, if it doesn't make sense or if you just want me to write your preambles for you, click the links in the description below. Reach out. I'd be happy to help. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you get notifications every time Strategic Advisor Board posts great new content.